Gather round my pretties. Daddy's got some more content for ya. There might actually be something wrong with me. Anyway, we've got more mobile games. So we're going to be looking at 3 mobile games today, mostly because I don't really think any of these really warrant their own videos, but I also played all 3 of them, so we may as well look into each of them. So let's get started. The first game's called Daddish. In Daddish, you play as a terrible radish father whose children run away from him the second he decides to take a 5-minute power nap. Being that I can only assume it's your weekend with the kids, you immediately set off on a journey to find all of them, because I gotta tell you, I see no other reason to look for these little bastards after they run away like this. Seemed like things were going well. We had like a nice field going on here, what I can assume is probably the best situation for little radishes to grow up in. Looked pretty nice, and they just decide to wander off one day. Like, bro, that's not my problem anymore. Daddish is a fairly simple platformer. You don't really do much other than walk around, jump, avoid the occasional spike pit, look for your lost kids, maybe collect a star here and there. But I really found nothing wrong with that because while it doesn't do much, it does the few things that it sets out to do fairly well. I'm also a sucker for cute things, and Daddish actually looks very appealing. I mean, you are just a very simplistic little radish dad going around, but while the environments are nothing special to speak of, they're done very well, and it's pleasing to look at to the eye. It does what the fuck it's supposed to do. I like it. Controls are simple and responsive, and it's nice that I'm able to make these sometimes precarious jumps without really having to worry about the character slipping off the ledge or just really fucking up in general, because mobile games have terrible controls whenever they require you to do something other than sift through a menu.
That's my opinion!
If I see an objective, I can typically feel pretty confident that I can get there without falling off a ledge, because things are just done very well in this game. The controls are solid, and in a platform that's kind of something that you want to be an important facet, that's done well. Yeah, I really didn't have a ton to complain about with this one. I've actually been enjoying the time that I have put into Daddish because it's just colorful and I like platformers and cute things, but fix your camera though. That shit is actually pretty annoying at times. While I praise the controls, they really don't fucking mean anything if I can't even see the fucking platform that I'm trying to jump down onto. So it would be nice if I could pan the camera down a bit and maybe see what's under me, because that shit can be annoying at times. Other than that though, I really don't have a ton to complain about for this one. As I stated before, the main objective is to get your kids back, and initially I thought I was going to hate looking for these little bastards, but the interactions between the kids and their dad are actually fairly hilarious at times. That's one thing that I need to praise. I forgot about that. The writing is good. It's not a lot of it, and you only really get things in these little sections where you find your children, but they're all done well, and it makes you want to look for these little shitbags that don't appreciate a good thing because their father's trying to provide for them, and you want to wander off and go back to your fucking mother's house. I'm recording all of the audio for this at like 2 in the morning, and I just realized I've used fairly maybe like 3 or 4 times. You think I'm gonna take that shit out and post? Fuck no. But anyway, Daddish is good, and you should play it if you like platformers and cute shit. This game gets a pass. Onward to the next game. This one's called Hellrider 3. I've actually never played any of the other games in this supposed series. Apparently they were good, but I don't have the fucking time to go back and look at them. So we're just going to be looking at this one because it released pretty recently. The gameplay is similar to an endless runner, with you going down a path, picking up items and avoiding obstacles, ultimately seeing how far you can get before you inevitably die. The key difference in this game is that it's split off in the form of checkpoints similar that are zones, so if you make it to a certain zone and then you die, you'll be able to start that zone again. I kind of like it. While I do appreciate it that there's some form of progression with these zones, it does annoy me at times because set pieces don't change. There aren't really random elements. When you start the game up, if you die at a point where, I don't know, a certain enemy shows up or maybe there was a boss, that boss is still going to be there the next time. It takes out some of the randomness that happens, so some might like it, some might not. I appreciate it because it was different, but for people that get stuck on certain areas or against certain enemies, this could really piss them off. there's a story in this game, surprisingly. Like, you get to certain points and little cutscenes will play out. It's nothing really that interesting. There's kind of a tournament going on, and there's undead skeleton riders that no one really seems concerned about when they really should. It kind of seems like a problem. These fuckers are everywhere. They're throwing dynamite and cutting people off in traffic and driving trucks. Who the fuck is doing anything about this? You got like a small little romance thing going on with this one chick that I guess likes you for some reason. I don't fucking know, but hey, I'll take it.
She want me. She want me. She want me.
When you progress from zone to zone, you ride around your bike with your trusty sidearm, defending yourself against these sometimes skeleton enemies, other times just other racers, and the modes change up as the game feels like it. Typically, you'll play several levels over and over again, building fame until you're able to participate in a race. And once you participate in a race, you're unable to outright kill your enemy. Instead, you just have to finish the race first. I like the variety that the game tries to give you with this, but fuck, sometimes I'll just be trying to play the normal mode, but once that fame is maxed out, you have to go to a race. You don't have the option to just play a normal mode. I feel like this is an issue that the game has in general. Alright, see, the whole thing with this game having this progression and having you move forward towards a goal, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with a goal, but sometimes I'm just trying to start the game up, my dude. I'm just trying to play. Imagine if every time you played Pac-Man, you had to play Pac-Man starting from like the hardest fucking level. You'd be like, dude, I don't want to fucking do this sometimes. Sometimes I just want to feel good and get through the first few levels and build my confidence up. If I get stuck on a certain level, I just get pissed off. Who knows? Maybe I'm just acting like a fucking toddler. Gameplay's fun though. I enjoy riding around the bike, I enjoy driving and sometimes hitting little ramps that propel me forward and slam into shit because I'm terrible at the game. It's nice that there are actually boss battles in this game, and while sometimes they'll frustrate the shit out of you, for the most part they work, and I do like them. Some facets of when you're playing though are kind of annoying. Like, there are stats on your bike and on your gun, and it's nice that you upgrade these and you're supposed to be making these better, and that's supposed to be like a really big thing to work towards, but you get coins so fucking slow in this game. A lot of times it's just better to just rock with the fucking equipment you have until the game sometimes gives you an extra weapon or an item just for your progression. There are also some pretty useless fucking stats in the game, particularly those on the bike. There's a speed stat that's useful when you're racing, but most of the time you're not, so why the fuck am I gonna want to go fast? There's also, like, it's for control for your bike, right? It's like you're steering, and maybe this is just me, but even on bikes where the stat is higher than others, the bike's still controlled like shit. And, like, it's still decent, but it seemed like no matter what the stat could be at 1, it could be at 3. The bike always controlled like the fucking road was made of butter. This game's really not perfect, and I kind of dropped it after a few days, but it was enjoyable the time that I did play it, and I could honestly see someone playing this and having it on their phone for most of the time. So, ultimately, I give this one a pass as well. Next game. Wow, he's really praising the games today. Maybe there won't be any bad ones in this video. Wrong.
It's false. No way. Not this time.
Up next is Hatsune Miku Tap Wonder. I fucking hate this game. I'm gonna get sidetracked here, but I have to say this. Can we just acknowledge how Hatsune Miku has just been run into the fucking ground? Can y'all let this imaginary girl die? I never saw the fucking appeal of this robot singing bitch. Every time I think we as a society have just moved on, someone, somewhere, has just got to go find the grave and just dig up the corpse of this mediocre ass character and just drag it back on stage and have it sing and do these terrible fucking Nendoroid songs all over again. I feel like there just needs to be like a PSA where everyone just gets gathered into like a fucking city plaza from like city to city all around the world, and there's just like 2 giant like fucking screens, and on one side it just shows society and what society would be like if we just let Hatsune Miku die, and it's just showing images of like fucking Wakanda or like what any type of like nice futuristic city. There's flying cars and shit, just looks like something out of the fucking Jetsons, and then it just shows just this fucking Fallout level future on the right if we just keep playing her music. And I guarantee people would just look left and then look right, and then like a majority of the fucking crowd is just going to the right. Like, I don't see the fucking problem. I love Fallout. Oh, I probably alienated myself from a good majority of my fan base there. Do I have a fan base? Am I at a point where I have a fan base? I don't think I have a fan base, but if I did, it's probably not the best for me to attack their blue-haired lolly idol. Fuck it, I don't care. But believe it or not, my problem with this game is not solely Hatsune Miku being slapped onto the fucking title like a dead carcass. It's actually tap games in general. I don't see the appeal of tap games. I feel like this is a pattern. Like, I don't see the appeal of Hatsune Miku. I don't see the appeal of tap games. And the combination is fucking horrible, right? Alright, I'm not saying that simple things like tap games can't work, but I have yet to see a good one. Certain games where you do jack all do work. Like, I'm actually someone who supports idle games. Idle games, when they are done well, they can actually be something that's very entertaining. When you check in every few hours and you level up your characters or switch out your party, whatever. If it's done well, I can enjoy it and I can get behind it. Tap games are just another beast because I fail to see what is the point of just ramming my thumb or whatever fucking appendage of preference I have on my screen over and over and over and over again just to get upgrades that mean fuck all, and then to do this for several hours at a time. Maybe if I had like high level of anxiety or like just some shit wrong with me where I just needed my hands just occupied at all times. Maybe if I just like masturbated way too fucking much and I just needed to occupy myself with other shit. But I don't see the fucking appeal of just doing this all the time. If it was not, look, this is how much I like you guys, because if it was not for this video, I would have dumpstered this fucking game in the first night. But I just kept playing it. I just kept tapping away. But I can only take so fucking much, and I can't imagine being a person who willingly, like no gun to their head, just willingly boots this up, and it's like, I enjoy playing this. To each their own. Everyone's allowed to play whatever the fuck they want, but this is my fucking channel, and I'm here to tell you this fucking sucks. But I'm not done, right? Because there's the game is already bad on its own, and if it can do that, to each their own. If you feel like playing this horse shit, you could do that. But there's more to why I don't fucking like this game. The game already does not warrant anyone playing it whatsoever, but it has a fucking shop. There is a shop in this game, and it is a mobile game, and it is a free to download mobile game, and you guys know I don't mind that too much. But why the fuck is there a $23 item in this fucking shop, bro?
Oh, hell no!
This tap game. Why? Who the fuck put that shit on there and slapped that tag on there and said, you know what? I think that is a good price. I feel like that is a fair price. You need to fucking shoot that person. $23 fucking dollars? Do you know what I could buy with $23, bro? I'm a big dude. I can go like a fast food restaurant or something, get myself a couple combos. Hell, I can go to a rundown Chinese restaurant somewhere, probably pick me up a couple combo plates or something right? I can do a lot with $23 fucking dollars, and you think I'm about to blow it on Hatsune Miku Tap Adventure? Are you out your fucking the game that plays itself? Listen, I could sit this. I could if it would not fucking annoy you guys to like hear in the background, I would legitimately just sit this shit down and just let it play itself, because it will do that. You get to a certain point where the game is just playing its fucking self. I'm livid, because this is the shit. This is why I fucking started this shit with mobile games. I swear, I was having a good week. I had two games that were halfway decent, and then I came across this horse shit. And this is exactly why I keep making these fucking games. I hate this game, bro. Got me all dry mouthed and shit in here, drinking water. You know how many times I had to like cut and start again because my mouth is dry from talking about this game. This is as much as anyone ever needs to talk about this fucking game. Oh man, if y'all thought I hated Hatsune Miku before, oh man, she better hope they never make like a live action like an actual like Android Hatsune Miku. I'll fight that bitch. I'll whoop her ass. So there you go. Go ahead and don't even bother playing that fucking game. At least if you value your goddamn sanity. So that's pretty much it. We got one good game, one average but still good game, and then one dog turd. Thank you if you made it to the end of this video with me and my rambling. If you did like it, go ahead and leave a like at the bottom or a comment. Oh, I didn't mention this shit before because I'm actually just a terrible fucking content creator. Yeah, you guys should probably subscribe to the channel at some point. If you don't subscribe or like it, I'm not popular yet. So like if you liked it and then you don't have a way to get back to it, then I'm just gonna get lost in the sea of other content creators, because I'm a slave to the algorithm and it does not like me. But regardless, I do appreciate you guys for watching, and please look at the other content on my channel if it hasn't already popped up on the fucking screen, and the rest of you guys have a good day. But before you go, I have a question. Boxers or briefs?